Next at noon, cleanup efforts are starting following this week's historic flooding in western Dane County. What's going on in some of the hardest hit communities? That's today at noon.
This is News 3 at noon.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Mark Kane. Thanks for tuning in to News 3 on this Wednesday. We'll get to those stories in a bit, but first, let's head over to the Weather Center. Meteorologist Hattie McLean has a look at your first alert forecast. A couple of dry, much-needed days around here.
Yeah, we need the chance to dry out across southern Wisconsin, and today and tomorrow will be the days for that. Take a look at our shot from the Queen Bee Radio Skycam in Platteville. Beautiful shot at this lunch hour. Mostly sunny skies there. Temperatures warming nicely. Here's a look at the current numbers. 74 right now in Platteville, 72 in Madison, 75 in Janesville. Temps will climb another couple of degrees this afternoon. Northwest winds will stay light and humidity will be low. Look for highs in the middle 70s. We will drop back into the 50s though tonight, so another comfortable night ahead, Mark.
Yeah, it's nice opening up the windows last night, get a little fresh air going.
It really was to open up the house.
All right. Well, thank you. We'll check back in a few minutes. Thanks, Hattie. The Belleville Fire Department is asking for help in clearing out its basement, which took in water last night. A number of people were forced from their homes when the village's dam overflowed last night. Village officials believe the Sugar River crested, which means that the water level should stay stable or even go down. No one needed to be rescued, but people were evacuated just to be safe. Cleanup efforts are underway in Mazomanie. The police department asked for volunteers to meet at the fire department this morning. The Red Cross has a shelter set up at the elementary school. The police department posted on its Facebook page that there are still areas covered by moving water. 3 boat crews went door to door yesterday trying to make sure no one was stuck inside of their houses. Unofficial report shows 16 inches of rain fell on that area Monday into Tuesday. And water levels on the Yaharo lakes are also rising. Dane County officials are getting ready for flooding. Water levels expected to increase downstream from Lake Mendota, potentially rising another 3 to 6 inches over the next day or so in places along Lakes Monona, Waubesa, and Kaganza. Hundreds of sandbags and the county's sandbagging machine are being moved to help property owners near there. Wisconsin Senator Tammy Baldwin and Representative Mark Pocan are asking the president to provide federal assistance to the areas impacted by the flooding. Governor Scott Walker plans to tour some of the damage today after declaring a state of emergency for Dane County yesterday. He released a statement saying he has no doubt the communities affected by the flooding will be resilient in their response. County Executive Joe Parisi has also declared a state of emergency. And several roads are back open after Monday night's record-breaking rain in Dane County, but some others, this is just a few, remain closed. Parts of County Roads J and G are closed. Several parts of State Highway 14, that is, Federal Highway 14. Highway 69 is also closed. Several ramps in the Beltline area also closed. You can find a full list of all road closures on channel3000.com. News 3 has crews out in the middle of some of the hardest hit communities. We'll have live updates starting this afternoon on Live at 4. In other news, a 20-year-old Janesville woman is accused of killing her former boyfriend. According to Janesville police, Serena Stone was arrested this morning. Stone told officers that she picked up 26-year-old Robert Thomas Jr. last night and drove him to West Wall Street. While there, she says the two got into a fight and Thomas hit her. That's when she stabbed him and drove him to the hospital. Thomas was treated for 1 stab wound to his chest, but he died. Officers say the two dated in the past, and there's been a history of violence between them. A man suspected of killing an Iowa college student and hiding her body is due in court today. 24-year-old Christian Bahina Rivera is being charged with first-degree murder of Molly Tibbetts. Rivera is an undocumented immigrant who lived near Tibbetts. She disappeared July 18th while out for a jog. Police say home surveillance video was the critical piece of evidence that helped with this case. Investigators got video of Tibbetts jogging and noticed a black Chevy Malibu following her. They were able to trace the car back to Rivera and brought him in for questioning on Monday.
Tells us that he sees Molly running. He actually tells us that he ran alongside of her or behind her. She took off running. He in turn chased her down. And then he tells us that at some point in time he blacks out.
In an affidavit, police say Rivera told them that when he came to, he found Tibbetts' body in his trunk and noticed blood on the side of her head. He dragged Tibbetts on foot to a secluded location in a cornfield. After the interview, police say Rivera guided them to her location from memory. President Trump has made his first direct comments about his former lawyer, Michael Cohen. Cohen took a plea deal yesterday and said under oath the president told him to break the law. Cohen admitted under oath that the president directed him to make hush payments to adult film star Stormy Daniels and Playboy model Karen McDougal. On Twitter, the president said he would not recommend Cohen's services to anyone, and then made contradictory statements saying that Cohen pled guilty to 2 counts of campaign finance laws that are not a crime. Lawmakers on Capitol Hill reacted to the plea deal.
We have to look into this. There's no question about it. It's a serious set of problems.
This is a day when the President of the United States has essentially been named an unindicted co-conspirator.
But they say it is too early in the process to discuss possible impeachment proceedings. Cohen was the president's lawyer for more than a decade. 5 of the president's former advisors and associates have now been convicted or pleaded guilty to crimes. The president also tweeted about Paul Manafort today, his former campaign chair. He said he felt badly for Manafort and called him a brave man. Manafort faces the next decade in prison after a guilty verdict for multiple financial crimes. A jury convicted him on 8 charges, including tax and bank fraud not tied to the campaign. The judge declared a mistrial on the other 10 counts. Sources close to Manafort tell CBS News he is banking on a presidential pardon. The special counsel's office has until next week to decide if it'll retry Manafort on the 10 counts the jurors could not agree upon. There's more to come on News 3 at noon. Up next, we'll see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
How can we get this pie into this jar? The answer is nothing short of magical, and so is the taste. You know, here in the test kitchen, we love sharing new ways to dish up old favorites. So we thought it would be fun to share a whimsical, yet practical way to serve everything from salads to desserts. The idea is to serve up all sorts of stuff right out of canning or mason jars. Rather than putting a salad in a big bowl like we normally would, how cute are these individual chef salads when we make them in a jar? Not only are they super portable, they're easy to dress. Just drizzle it on, cover, and shake. And when it comes to dessert, how fun would it be to put out a bunch of different ones and let everyone grab their favorite? Here we have personal-sized Death by Chocolate, cherry cobbler, and one of my favorites, key lime pie. To make them, all we do is throw together a quick graham cracker crust in the bottom of a mason jar. Then we spoon on an easy no-bake key lime pie filling that we make from scratch. After we finish it with some whipped cream, a slice of lime, and some graham cracker crumbs, we're good to go. You can even make a bunch of these and keep them in the fridge for the next time you get a hankering for something tasty and convenient. The recipe for our key lime pie in a jar is online now, just in time for the dog days of summer. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a unique and fun way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
Well, coming up, today's top consumer news, along with your stock and farm numbers. And we are seeing another sunny day here in Dane County, but rain, unfortunately, could return later this week. Hattie's got the details next in her first alert forecast. Our Call for Action phone bank is open right now, ready to take on your consumer issues. And call our hotline. Volunteers will help you with any consumer complaints. The number is 608-270-2833. The service is open every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday between 11 and 1. Well, Lowe's will close a chain of hardware stores it owns. And good news for pasta lovers. Wendy Gillette has more in today's Money Watch report.
Markets open lower here on Wall Street following a couple of earnings reports. Lowe's second quarter earnings beat estimates. The company also announced it will close all 99 Orchard Supply hardware stores it owns by the end of this year. Continuing the earnings parade, Target reported big growth in its stores. Amazon is expected to name the site for its second headquarters by the end of the year. Amazon launched its search in January, narrowing its list to 20 finalists, including Atlanta, Chicago, Columbus, Raleigh, and Washington, D.C. The company estimates the project will generate 50,000 jobs. American Airlines is cutting some international flights as it faces rising fuel costs. The company will drop 11 routes, including including its high-profile Chicago to Shanghai flight, and is reducing its Chicago to Tokyo schedule. American will drop 2 destinations, Glasgow, Scotland, and Puebla, Mexico. The airline is adding flights to Berlin, London, Bologna, and Dubrovnik. And get ready to carbo load. Olive Garden is selling 23,000 unlimited pasta passes to celebrate its 23rd anniversary. For $100, you get unlimited pasta, sauces, toppings, salad or soup, and garlic breadsticks for 8 weeks starting September 24th. And this year, the chain will also be selling 1,000 annual passes for $300. The sale starts at 2 p.m. Eastern Time Thursday. That's your CBS Money Watch report. For more, head to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the New York Stock Exchange, I'm Wendy Gillette.
Wendy, thank you. The Dow Industrial's down at 31 points at the noon hour. The NASDAQ, however, up 24. Q106 Farm Director Pam Yankee out of the radio barn today, so here are your farm numbers. And Pam will be back tomorrow. Hattie McLean is here today. She's out of the backyard patio with a good-looking forecast for a couple of days.
It sure is, Mark. It's beautiful outside right now. We have bright blue skies and comfortable conditions. More importantly, low humidity. Let's take a look at that 10-day temperature trend, and you'll see that it's actually supposed to be a little bit below normal for the next couple of days. Friday being the coolest. With rain in the area, highs will struggle to get back into the low 70s. After that, though, it turns pretty warm and humid around here. We are talking about heat index as we go into next week. So we're not done with these real hot and sticky temperatures for summer just yet. A live look from the Edgewater Sky Cam downtown Madison will show you partly to mostly sunny skies this lunch hour. Plenty of sun to be had this afternoon. Satellite and radar trends are very quiet across the area. In fact, you have to zoom the map way out to see any significant cloud cover and rain. That rain moving across Oklahoma and southern parts of Kansas is not going to bother us today. It's not moving in our direction. High pressure is dominating the weather today, and that will bring very pleasant conditions. But the next storm system moves in as early as late Thursday night. Ahead of that warm front, we are likely to see some showers and thunderstorms develop across the area and then continue through the day on Friday. So a closer look at rain totals from Thursday night through Friday. Looks like it could be a ½ inch to around an inch across southern Wisconsin. Higher amounts in the Northwoods, which is good. They need the rain. We definitely don't need any rain here in southern Wisconsin. Take a look at what we have currently. Temperature-wise, we're in the 70s in most spots. Minneapolis is warm right now with 80 degrees. It's actually warmer in Eau Claire this afternoon than it is here in Madison. They're at 75. Green Bay's at 75 as well. We're at just 72 degrees. A closer look at temperatures in southern Wisconsin will show you that low to mid 70s are pretty common at this hour. Dew points, though, have remained in the 50s, which is great news. No humidity really to speak of through the day today, and that is forecast to stay the same right through tomorrow. So a couple of days break from that real humid weather. Taking a look at future track, we take temperatures from the low 70s back into the mid-70s this afternoon. Again, mostly sunny skies are expected for the rest of the day. It'll be very comfortable this evening. If you have plans outside this evening, a game, practice, what have you, weather conditions will be perfect, dropping to around 70 by 7 p.m. and then down into the 60s as we head towards 10 o'clock. It is going to be another cool night tonight. Temperatures will likely start in the 50s tomorrow, so no need for air conditioning. It'll be a very comfortable evening if you want to keep those windows open overnight. Here's a look at your extended forecast then. We have temperatures that will climb into the mid and upper 70s tomorrow. Sunshine and low humidity through the day on Thursday. It's not until after midnight that chance for rain returns to the area, but a pretty good likelihood that we'll see scattered showers and thunderstorms through the day on Friday. After that, it dries out for Saturday and heats up. We're talking mid to even upper 80s heading into next week. Chances for rain scattered through that extended forecast as well.
Well, hopefully it won't be a lot of rain on Friday.
No, we don't need any more rain. Well, hopefully the heaviest stuff stays to the north.
No more 13 inches?
No, that's not in the forecast, although I don't remember ever forecasting 13 inches
13
of
inches of snow, maybe.
Yes, not rain.
All right, Hattie, thank you.
You're welcome.
There's more to come on News 3 at noon. Up next, it's a list that will make you feel old. We're sharing Bullitt College's annual mindset list. That's next at noon. Well, the year 2000 began the new millennium. Those born then are now headed into their first year of college. Reporter Shannon Kelly explains how a local college compiled a list that looks back at what's happened in the last 18 years and how students and professors can benefit from it.
I just can't believe it.
our world is just progressing so fast.
Elizabeth Kelly was born in the new millennium, also known as Generation Z. Beloit College released its 21st annual mindset list of things that have happened in the last 18 years.
9/11 is something they have no memory of whatsoever. You and I can remember when people traveled in space, but they didn't live in space. For them, people have always lived in space.
I did not know that.
During the new millennium's lifetime, technology has played a key role. Robots have always been able to walk, books have always been available as ebooks, and they've always been able to refer to Wikipedia.
My generation is a lot more flexible with technology. We tend to find things out for our parents and grandparents when they don't know how to use it, and yeah, it's a lot easier for us.
Tom McBride is one of the authors for the Mindset List. He says it's not just for students.
This is a way of sort of reminding teachers that they can't necessarily count on students being aware of things that they would normally think they would be aware of.
McBride says the list helps us remember what's happened in the past and excites us for what's to come in the future.
If there's anybody out there that looks at the young and gets envious, just wait. They'll be your age before you know it.
In Rockford, Shannon Kelly, 23 News.
Beloit College's Mindset List takes between 3 and 6 months to create. The authors say they hope when professors see the list, they'll be remembering that they're not just teaching courses, they're teaching students. 2000 they were born.
Hard
going
to
college.
believe.
Well, your daughter's going into high school.
My daughter's going to, yeah. I can't possibly be that old.
Wait till you get to be my age.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
All right, well, it's a beautiful day.
It is. Enjoy
the
it.
last few days of summer for some students. Today is a gorgeous one. We have clear skies. Here's a look from the WISC-TV sky cam. Just a few clouds. No rain falling from those clouds, so you don't need the umbrella today. 72 is our temperature here in Madison. Some spots are already in the mid-70s. There's a light northwesterly wind around 5 to 15 miles an hour. Should stay pretty light through the day. Look for high temperatures right around 75. Tonight we'll be back in the 50s, and then for tomorrow we'll do it all again. Enjoy temps in the mid to upper 70s with mostly sunny skies. Again, those rain chances unfortunately back into the forecast overnight Thursday into Friday. Scattered showers and thunderstorms are expected across the entire region. We will dry out for most of the weekend. That chance for rain Sundays, mainly later in the day.
You know, it never fails. The kids go back to school and it gets hot.
Heats up, yes, and none of the schools are air conditioned.
No, they're not, at least not most of them. All right, we'll enjoy the next couple of days. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here at 4 o'clock. In the meantime, have yourselves a great afternoon.
Making plans that are weather dependent? Get an accurate 12-hour, even a 10-day forecast. Download the Channel 3000 First Alert Weather app and start planning.